Hello, peeps. It's your girl Suzanne. If this is the first time visiting my channel, please try to hit the subscription box below and comment and like our videos. Welcome to the family. And if you've been among our family in the time past, welcome once again. In this video, I'll be talking about healthy diets. And in this video, I wouldn't be showing my face because my camera has kind of problem and my phone, the quality of my phone camera too is low, so you guys just have to bear with me and help me in using and understanding the pictures and the short clips I'll be using for this video. And if you want to support my ministry, you're welcome to do so, but because I like educating a lot of people, I will just stick to what I can offer at the main moments. And I hope you enjoy and learn something from this video. Thank you. Love y'all. So what's a healthy diet? A healthy diet is a diet that contains all the 7 classes of food in the right proportion in a way that it can be beneficial and supply the individual consuming it with the right amount of energy. So let's talk about 7 classes of diet and let's go dive in directly. So we have carbohydrates, we have protein, we have fat and oil. That's very important. We have the minerals, we have the vitamins, we have water, and we have fiber. I know that a lot of people like which one is fiber again, but that's why this video is here for you to educate you more on why fiber is also classified by the World Health Organization that as part of these classes of food. So now let's go right in. So if you are thinking eating this and this and this is a part of healthy diet, no, you've got it all wrong. It's good sometimes to take junks, to eat food that gives us this kind of satisfaction that, oh, it's not like ice creams, fries, french fries, and glazed donuts and stuff like that, but it's does not necessarily constitute part of a healthy diet, but it can be taken once in a while. But when you make an habit of taking this food instant in excess amounts, it can cause obesity, cardiac problems, heart attacks, high blood pressure, and stuff like that. But this is why we're going to talk mostly on how we can regulate our diet and at the same time have fun and eat other things and still be healthy. Firstly, we will talk about carbohydrates. As you all know, carbohydrate is one of the major constituents of the food we mostly consume in all parts of the world. Carbohydrates is an energy giving food. You understand, the energy giving diet. An example of carbohydrates are rice, yam, potatoes, instant, and all sort of food that can give our body enough energy and enough calorie for our daily activities, enough for us to perform our daily activities. And each gram of carbohydrates that we consume provides our body with 4 kilocalories. So carbohydrates, most people prefer eating carbohydrates in all parts of the world because it gives us the amount of energy we need in the right proportion without having to eat too much. So that's it about carbohydrate, because I won't be letting this video to be too long so that we can get the important point in each classes of food we're going to talk about. Secondly, we have proteins. What are proteins? Proteins are bodybuilding foods. As we all know, proteins helps us to repair our cells and body tissues. They're important in the production of our hair, our muscle, our skin, and our bones. Proteins is a very important. Proteins are important constituents of our diet because it also helps to produce enzymes, and enzymes helps to speed up chemical reactions in our body. Without enzyme, we will perform our activities slower, and we'll kind of have a dull body system and dull coordination. So proteins are important in production of enzymes. Proteins are also important in production of some hormones and Proteins are also involved in our blood clotting mechanism in our body. Example of proteins, as we all know, we have the milk, we have the beef, meat, the fish, the eggs. So it's good for you to have protein as a major part of your diet. Thirdly, we have fat and oils. Some people like, no, fat and oils. I don't want to take fat and oils because I don't want to have pimples. I don't want to have stuff like that. But sorry to burst the bubble, fat and oils are also major constraints of our diets. You know that our body is made up of cells at the most micro, like minute level. Cell is the basic building block of our body. So fat and oil helps to create the cell membrane of our cells, which is responsible for regulating the substances that comes into the cell and substances that move out of the cell. And this is made possible by lipids and cholesterol, which are provided by the fat and oils we take from our diet. So apart from that, fat and oil are also responsible for absorbing fat soluble vitamins in our body. Vitamins such as vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, and vitamin K. And these vitamins are responsible for our vision. Is also responsible for the production and regulation of some hormones like parathyroid hormones and calcitonin and stuff like that. But you don't need all those important, like unimportant stuff. They are important, but you don't need them. Fat and oils also helps to store. They're responsible for storage of energy. That's why it's easier for us to have belly fat, because that's in major sites where fats are being stored in form of adipose tissue. We call them adipocytes, but let's just say that fat and oils helps to store energy, mostly like in form of our belly fat or other chubby part of our body that we have mostly fat there. So in situations whereby um there is probably a fasting or there is low intake of food, this body fat are being broken down. Lipolysis, they are being broken down to provide energy for us and our calories. So fat and oils are also very important in our diet. And apart from that, for you to have a very delicious meal, you also need fat and oils to fry your food. You need fats to fry your egg. You need fat and oils to fry your egg. You need fat and oils to fry your meats instant. And sometimes you also need them in baking, like and stuff like that. Fourthly, we have the minerals. Minerals are responsible for, they are a major constraint of our diet, and they're responsible for us having strong bones and teeth. Like if you watch most commercials, you find out that like you need calcium to have strong bones and teeth. You need iodine to have strong bones and teeth. It's just so those commercials are majorly trying to tell us that minerals are important in our diet and it means we use. So minerals also helps us in the production of enzymes and some hormones, and minerals also helps our heart, our brain, our bones, and our muscles to function well and also be in good shape, and also allow them to do their activities properly, like function well too. So minerals are majorly divided into two. We have the macro minerals and we have the trace minerals. Whereby for the macro minerals, we have calcium, we have chloride, we have potassium, we have phosphorus, we have magnesium, we have sodium, and we also have sulfur. And we also have trace elements such as iron, manganese, cobalt, copper, fluoride, selenium, and zinc. Zinc is a major constituent of, it's not like a major constituent, but it is an important constituent of the male reproductive system, whereby if there's low zinc, it can cause infertility. So I hope you get the point of why it's important for us to have these minerals in our diet, but in the right proportion. Because when these minerals in our diet becomes out of proportion, either over, it can cause certain diseases. You can have cardiac diseases too. The fifth point, we have vitamins. I cannot overemphasize why vitamins are very important, because they help to improve our immune system. They help us to fight diseases. They help in the production of certain hormones and certain enzymes, and they also help us in increasing our fiber content in our body. Although I don't want to talk about what fiber does in this point, but vitamins are very, very important part of our diet. Like, there's a saying that says an apple a day keeps the doctor away. So fruits, vegetables, they're major constituent of our diet, and I cannot seem to overemphasize why this is very important in our body, because they help to boost our psychological sense, they help to boost our immune system, give us strong and lasting and fresh sense of life. The sixth point, we have fibers. And I thought I've been waiting, like, yeah, I want to know what she's talking about. What is she talking about? Yeah, so we're now talking about fibers. Fibers are very important aspect of our food, as they help us to relieve constipation, they help to increase bowel movement, they help to allow move waste smoothly in the body, and they also add to the bulk flow. You understand, the bulk of our stool. So if we don't have fibers in our diet, just let me break this down. If we don't have fibers in our diet, our stool will be watery, it wouldn't be strong the way it is. Don't let me talk mostly on this. Like, it helps to remove the waste, make the waste in our intestines to be compacted, and move them easily so that they can come out of our body well. So this is why fibers are very important in our food. So they are not majorly to provide nutrients for us, but most of them come along with the food that provides other nutrients for us. Examples of fibers are wheat, instant wheat, bread, beans, avocados, apples. So that's fibers are majorly like compacted with other types of food. But food that contains fiber are wheat. You can also find them in higher proportions in other food like broccoli and stuff like that. So, seventhly, like the 7th point, I'm going to be talking about water. Water, I can't seem to just overemphasize how water is important in our body. Water helps to keep our normal temperature. Water helps to lubricate and cushion joints. It helps to protect our spinal cord and other sensitive tissue. It helps to get rid of waste products in our body through urination, perspiration, and it also helps to increase bowel movements. So you need water. Understand, water is very important. It also helps to make us look fresh. It helps to reduce the rate at which our body loses out oils through our face, and helps to reduce the rate of which an individual can have pimples. So water is very important. It helps to freshen and gives us this sense of awareness. It helps to boost our immune system. So okay, apart from the fact that drinking water helps the body, just having your beats helps our body. Our body is perforated with holes, certain holes that at which substances can move into our body and substances can come out of our body like sweat. So when you relax your body in maybe a bathtub of water, or you go for swimming, you find out that your body gets regenerated. So water is very, very important in our diet. So these are 7 classes of food, and I hope you enjoyed it and learned something from it. And I don't want us to go about eating things that are not good for us. Although there's sometimes you're allowed to enjoy yourself, take junks, but please don't let it be a constant routine in our life, as this can cause major problems in our body. And I would like you to check our website so that you can read our articles on healthy diets. There are more intrinsic informations and in the page on the page where we can find out why eating junks are not good for our body. We can find out important tips on obesity, on how we can um is it like cure or prevent obesity, and if you're already obese, how you can come back down to your normal or your preferred taste of